This will be audibly recorded just so everybody knows. And for the sake of the recording, it's Monday, June 19th of the 6th, 2023 at 00:12 a.m. I wanted, because every single time that I've asked my staff what we should do in order to get clients or get the server active, my attempts to do so have been ignored, so I thought this was the only way that I could get a response without being forceful. So I just wanted your ideas of what we could do, or what we could change, what we could add, how we could get it more active, how we could get people to engage more. You know, cause, if I'm going to be honest, I'm a lost sheep at this point. What do you mean by this is the perfect way? Because the thing is, people join, they don't say anything, they get offended because no, it's not active, and then they leave. And it'll be a constant loop of that. No, for staff to get the main server active and get more clients and that sort of thing. So I probably wasn't very clear. No, you're good. What kind of events though? Because I've tried to do nitro giveaways, I've tried to, do that sort of thing, and no one's reacted, no one's interested. Back when I first started of Discord, if you even mentioned you're doing a nitro giveaway, the entire server was interested. But now I guess it doesn't seem so much. We're actually meant to be expanding web development, and I'm actively trying to fully expand to it. I just don't have the knowledge base to incorporate it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying hard to, learn about it and try to incorporate it and that sort of thing. Exactly. So people would only be active for that, for that giveaway, and it would die again. Because that's all that they'd be active for. To get the prize and, well, basically dip. I mean, if you want to do that work, you can go ahead and do it. But at the moment, you're the only web developer that's able to, that I know of, in our current staff team. It's up to you to decide if you want to go into web development, because right now I only have you wrote down for bot development, because that's what you essentially applied for, is an internal development. Or, well, you don't apply for it. Internal developer is basically handling internal bots like Amaris support, that sort of thing. That is the job of internal developer. So it's basically, it just takes a weight off my shoulders. Yeah, I have been thinking to expand way out, game development, web development, that sort of thing. but I don't know exactly like what my staff knows, and I like to know, you know, what my staff knows. So like for you, why I'm currently learning web development, so I can help you with that. But then again, in the end, it's going to help me anyway. See, the only issue that I've seen in most servers with Dank Mima, people join, spam your bot commands channel with like with its commands, and then just dead. That's what I've mostly seen anyway. So I could be wrong, but I guess we could turn that off, because I know you can turn off certain parts of the bot. But then again, as soon as people know you've got a Dank Mima, what they're going to do is join, try the command, and leave. It's the same. It's the same when you look at it. The same thing happens. Exactly. I mean, I've known servers to get active just for having Dank Mima. But again, if you look in like the bot channels, like commands channels, all it is just people spamming the bot's commands and using its economy to, you know, rob banks and that sort of thing. And the devs don't seem to really care about that, so there's nothing really that can be done. I guess you can add slow mode to the channel, but then that's just going to ruin it for everyone, isn't it? That definitely was not from our server, because our general chat is not called general English. Pretty sure it's just called chat. No, it's called none of those. It's called lounge. With that exact emoji, but the circle square, but the square. Jesus Christ, circle speech bubble. There we go. I mean, technically you're an executive officer, so you could have banned them, but oh yeah, true. Yeah, I just wanted to know what everyone thought that we could do, because I'm out of ideas. I've tried my hardest. I'm trying to advertise it as much as I can. I've advertised it on Twitter. I've advertised it on about 12 advertising servers. Yeah, fair enough. See, the person that actually put that idea on me was Kitsune. And I thought, yeah, that was a good idea. And, well, I'm easily influenced, if you can't tell. I honestly thought that was a good idea, and, well, we've done it. I guess we could always retract it, but yeah. Am I too loud, by the way? I feel like I'm really loud. Let's see. That was the point of me in putting the quota into play. Nah, that's fine. I understand that. The reason why I put in the message quota was because I thought the exact same thing. I thought, like, you know, if the staff, if the members of the staff active, they think, this is actually active, and then it would just all unfold. But I feel like that's just been a tumbleweed downhill, and not really worked. Yeah, I guess that is an issue. I guess you can edit. Yeah, just don't go into the config if you have to go into the config, stop the live stream or pause it or something, or go to a blank screen, do what you need to do and go back. Yeah, exactly, or just blur. Oh, fair enough. Well, the perfect example of what I'm trying to talk about, I can't say his name because it's in like Japanese, Chinese, I don't know. But he joined, asked about a bot, saw that he had to pay and left. That's the root of the issue, is the fact that no one wants to pay, so they leave. So they need to pay and leave because no one wants to pay. That's probably why the root cause. That's probably the root cause, because they don't want to pay. They don't want, you know. If I'm gonna be honest, I'll tell a little story. When I first ever started this, what I did was bots for free. I know, weird. The reason why we became a commissions-based system is because I had a massive influx of tickets. I couldn't deal with it. But if I wanted the help, people wanted to be paid to do the help. So then that's when Draconics came and said, hey, ever heard of a commissions-based system? I said no, and well, we spoke through it, and well, we've become a commissions-based system because I couldn't pay anyone out of. Yeah, that's fine. It'll be on YouTube anyway. I'm uploading it to YouTube, so I will send it to you. Well, that's kind of nice of you. Yeah, but the trouble is, in the first place, is getting people that want it. Like, because our entire ad says we are a commissions-based system, and the same things will happen when someone joins. They sorry, then they see that they need to pay. Then, oh, fuck that, and leave. Sorry, pardon my French. So this, however we look at it, the same issue is still there. But hey, I guess it's not impossible. It's just making the impossible possible. See, I've also thought of that, but like, the only person that's a developer in the development department other than you is Frax, and I don't know if he'd be willing to do it for free like that, because the ad says that the developers are paid. So it would be, I think it would be a bit of a whoa, what the? If I suddenly just switch and say, yeah, we're doing this, you can't make people pay for 2 weeks. I mean, I could, but I just don't want people then to become uninterested, specifically the staff team. The only reason why it's actually this busy is because of Draconics. Rookie mistake. I said, if you invite this much people, I'll do this for you. Rookie mistake. I know I've learned from that now, but he's the only reason why we're actually this big. Like I said, I think the root happened when I decided to we're not doing free anymore. Whatever. I think I think that is the root of it all. Because if I go up in announcements, I also started asking people to pay for hosting as well. Because in England, I don't know if you know about the inflation in England. Like just for an electric bill, it's gone up by like 500 Great British pound. It's crazy. So I need that extra money. So that's why I started to make it into a commissions-based system and start to make people pay for hosting. Oh yeah, I know. I'm trying to recruit people. It's not like I'm, pardon my French again. It's not like I'm sat on my ass doing nothing. I'm genuinely trying so hard to make this active. Like in the ad, it says that we are looking for developers, partner managers, staff members. And it even says that experience is preferred and not required. That would be amazing, thank you. But just I'm doing everything that I can think of, but everyone now seems to just reject it. Like in the beginning, no one wanted to do anything for you unless they were paid. So now I'm telling them they're paid, and now they don't want anything to do with it still. It's just like everything's just, again, pardon my French, everything's just gone back assward. I don't know how else to explain it. No, I guess. See the thing about that is, and the reason why I started offering for hosting, the only thing that I'm actually hosting things off of is just a laptop. I'm self-hosting everything. I'm self-hosting Amaris support. If we can't find a reliable host, I'm probably going to host the website as well. So again, that's even more stress. That's why sorry. That's why I needed the money. I needed the money. But of course, with everything going up nowadays, people don't want to pay. People don't want to. I honestly thought it would be the opposite when I said that people are, are paid. I mean, we could offer people for hosting that have a bot but don't know how to host it. But again, the same issue, right? They need to trust the person, right? Because I will need all their code and their bot's token, right? And then I could do anything with that token, right? All I'd need is the token and I'll have immediate access to that bot. I mean, I guess we could, but what are we going to use? We can't use bloody, what's it called, Route. We can't use, what's that one hosting thing that's made for websites? I don't know, there's a lot of them. But we can't, they're going to think, wait a minute. Right, so we also need to do it properly, right? Because one person might be testing our strategies or testing how we teach people or that sort of thing. Right, and if they figure out, oh, no, they do it half-assed, don't go to them. So I want to do it right. Like, I don't want to just say, yeah, self-host it. To do that, you do this, and that. Like, because then to me, that's an improper way. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to really expand it out. But like, I wouldn't know the questions to ask the game developer. I wouldn't know the questions to ask the Android app developer or whatever. Right? Because each department's different. Right? And if they see that that person isn't experienced, they'll probably be like, no. And and again, we're still at square one. I really have thought about doing that, but the issue is, for the coding courses, are we going to do it for free? Are we going to make people pay for it for like a lifetime or whatever, or like a 2 months, 4 months, a week free trial? Like, how are we going to do that? So the meeting's going to last 5 to 10 minutes. It's already been half an hour. Ish. So also the issue I just thought about is, who's going to teach those courses? Because those people are going to want to pay. How are we going to pay them? Like, if you think about it, we're always in a loop, no matter how we look at it. But like I said, we need to make the impossible possible, which is obviously possible. Anything's possible if you put your mind to it. Include what into the website? Sorry, you've completely lost me. I was in another universe. ADHD. Ah, the courses. Okay. But still, even then, how we gonna do that? Because right, we want people that have the full entire knowledge how to do it properly. Right, like how are we gonna find those people? Because even then, we're at the same square one. Those people won't pay. How are we gonna pay them, or how am I gonna pay them? Or we as a soon-to-be business pay those people? As soon as I join the military, this won't be an issue. Or this pay stuff won't be an issue. But for right now, it is a very big issue that we need to leap over. Yeah, but then again, what do we ask for? Like, what is the price that we ask for to learn these languages, or learn, like, because we're gonna have to. It's gonna be such a treacherous thing, because we're gonna have to start from square one, and go from square one, all the way up to like advanced, mid to semi-advanced. Take all the time you need. Well, within reason, obviously. I mean, Honestly, that does sound intriguing. But also, it's how do we get out there more? How do we make people involved? How, you know, like we're still back at square one, really. But also, I just thought of this. Wouldn't that be more work for you, right? Because then we'd be handling payments, right? We need to do it legally. Yeah, and since the I don't want to say company, but since the wherever this would be classed as started in the United Kingdom, it would have to go by United Kingdom regulations. Because I'm the sole owner. I own the server. You know. There's also like people that want to learn coding. Because like most people don't. You know what I mean? Like, it's like not their taste. I guess we could do that. Honestly, I'm really leaning towards your idea, but again, what are we gonna do about handling the payment? Like, how are we gonna handle it? We're gonna handle it through the website, because even then, we still need to do it legally. We can't just handle it and say, yeah, this is done good and proper. Because what if the website gets reported, and then we've got the CIA and FBI in our hands? You know, or whoever. You know, not saying it would go that high, but knowing my luck, it would. I'm probably blowing this one out of proportion, but when you say within the website, how are we going to handle that? Because I'm thinking that, credit card details, uh, you know, that sort of thing, or like how are we going to do it like that? Because again, that would still have to be legal. We can't just chuck it and say, yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm pretty sure as well we'd have to make some sort of policy as well, and that sort of thing. Because then we're stepping into the realms of yeah, but even then again, is that handling it legally by the government law? So if you think about it, just going straight to a PayPal, give me your money. That's probably how the officials are going to look at it. Like, I'm not saying like we can chuck your idea out the window. I'm just thinking of every single possible thing. Because if we're going to do this, we might as well do it right the first time, right? true. But then, like, in my mind, probably the ADHD, but in my mind, then it's still saying, like, if they do continue to do it more, all it's doing is going straight to PayPal. Like, are they going to think like we're a fraud site, or? Because if you think about it, it's just paying directly into someone's account. You know, there isn't any. There isn't anything. It's just straight into a PayPal account. You know, I'd still want to do it properly and by law. You know, I really don't want the FAA on my ass, but you know, if there's a will, there's a way, I suppose. But do you think that's legal enough? Like, do you think that's like, so if the website does get reported for, you know, it does get paid into straight to someone's account, like, will Google or whatever look at, yeah, that's acceptable. You know, because I really don't want to half-ass it. You know what I mean? Yeah, true. But how are we gonna handle that part? Like, what credentials of that person are we gonna have to handle? Because even then, that's gonna have to be legal. That's gonna have to be within the regulation. You know, regulation or government law, or however you say it. I guess. But we aren't actually like a legalized business yet. I wouldn't even call us a business. So in a way, I suppose we can just nerve half of that, but I'm honestly liking what you're saying. Okie dokie. Yeah, I guess we would. I'm honestly liking what you're saying. I guess we could do that. I honestly like that. But again, I'm not trying to push, but like, when will it be done? When can we push the site out, and you know what I mean? Like, we need like a filler before then. You know what I mean? But then I also don't want you to bite off more than you can chew. I don't want you to overwhelm yourself and think, oh, I can't do this. Because you've also got your daily life as well. I don't want you to take on so much. But even then, if you do a separate site for it, how quickly can that be made? Like, how quickly can we push this out? Right, because it needs to be done right, and it needs to be done by the law. Because again, we're handling payments, we're handling what I think would be credit card information anyway. But also now I've just thought, what's the point of making two separate sites? When you're already making one. Like, I'm not saying any of your ideas are bad. I'm just, why would we want to make two when we're already working on one? Because again, then that's more money for you to spend, because you said you're going to host it. That's more money for you. For a domain name, that sort of thing. And I think you've already probably spent a little bit more than you probably should just getting this one up, if I'm going to be honest. which I thank you for and appreciate. I guess so. I honestly say go for it for your idea. I really like it. But even then, how, like, what filler could we put in until that's done? Like, what could we do, you know, as an in between? Because it's all good as well putting all this effort in, but then like, guys, we've got a new thing we can do. It will be out in 2 months. Then we're just gonna be like, oh, all right, and that's it. You know, because again, I don't want you to rush anything. I want you to take your time. I guess so. But again, what are we gonna do it on? Because then we wouldn't have a site, right? Or unless you're saying you could do the site in that amount of time, which would be crazy. I understand of what you meant by that, but what I mean is like, how are we gonna give them the course? How are we gonna even do the course? That sort of thing. Because first we need to even, we need to make the course. Make sure it's worthy. Make sure it's, you know. Right, sorry, my stepdad texted me. I guess so. But then who's gonna do that? Like who's gonna be making all these courses? Who's gonna you know? True. I'm honestly liking your idea. I want to do your idea. It's just I feel like I'd be irresponsible, you know. If you think you can do it, then go for it. But I just still feel like I'd be responsible for it, you know. I mean, you could. I honestly really like your idea, and I really want to do it. But again, I just feel like I'd be responsible for everything, you know. Like even though like you made the website, you coded it, you whatever, I'm still technically the sole owner because it's for what we're doing, right? So wouldn't I still technically be the entire owner of it, right? Because then if something goes wrong, it falls back on my ass. So I want to do it properly and I want to do it correctly. You know what I mean? We could. We honestly could do that. I tend to overthink, so maybe I was overthinking this entire thing, but you know, I just want to do it properly. I don't have any terms. If you wanna do it like that, full steam ahead, I give you my consent. Go for it. But again, I still want to do it by the book and legally. Because then if we do go full forward with this, we'd be handling credit card information, we'd be handling payments, we'd be handling, that sort of thing. So then that would have to be legalized. We'd have to know how to store that properly, what if someone, what do you mean we could use a third party? I'm no good with knowing how to handle payments and stuff, so you probably know a lot more than me. But I'm willing to learn, so. I guess we could do that. We could do that, honestly. I'd say go for your plan and let's see how it works. Because I've still got a ton of time before I even get attested to join the army. I've even got to pass the assessment centre yet, so we've got tons of time. We have all the time in the world at the minute. Yeah, go for it. So I'm assuming this is everything, right? Unless you want to speak about something specific. Or to speak about something specific. Or any questions, comments and concerns. Alright, so we are going to be making a separate website to the main website, doing free courses, and then if people like it and enjoy it, expanding from there, correct? Okay, well, I guess if that's everything, this concludes the meeting. That only turned into one person. So it's kind of pointless, but. So is that everything that you've wanted to cover? Okay, well, for the sake of the recording then, it's still Monday, June 19th, obviously. And it is being concluded at 01:12 a.m.